I firmly believed in my heart of hearts that I would be model scouted and that it would change my life fundamentally.
That was going to be your moment?
I mean, it just made sense to me. Like, when I think about what I looked like at, like, 12 years old, I was rocking, like, I would argue a Bermuda short, like a checker print Bermuda short, and, like,
really long.
Almost to ankle. Skin tight, Abercrombie, Aeropostale, like, shirt
American
on the top.
Eagle,
yes.
something.
And to me, with bangs directly across my forehead.
Oh, yeah.
Why wouldn't that happen for me?
Yeah, you were actually, like, you were America's Next Top Model.
And speaking
of America's Next Top Model, like, I will say, like, I was a little bit upset that I was never tapped on the shoulder when I walked past one of those model scouting.
There was nobody on earth that could smize, I feel like you could at 10 years old.
I was walking by those people. I was sucking in my cheeks. I was pushing my shoulders back. I was popping that chest out, and I was strutting past them, and not once did they turn their head.
Hello, you guys. This is Joe Hegyes.
And Andrew Muscarella.
And this is Good Children. The beginning was good. The first one was really good. And then I got shaky. But that first one was...
Because we got artistic with it. We
just got carried away because that first one was the best harmony we've ever done in our entire lives.
Ever. And sometimes we try to riff, and...
I'm in this full sweat from that.
I have bone chills.
Bones. Hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of Good Children. To catch you up to speed, we met when we were 4 years old in a Hard Rock hotel pool, and the rest is history.
We've been through our awkward middle school years where we were honestly pumping out content.
Non-stop.
Drag.
It was our job. Oh, we've existed in drag.
And we were doing it at 12 years old. And we've been through high school. We went to different high schools.
That was our rough phase.
That was a rough phase, but we were still hanging out. We just weren't speaking.
Right. We were just watching a lot of the Barefoot Contessa.
And honestly, like, playing with Webbkins.
I want to clear the air before we even get started. The Webbkins stopped when we were 14. Like,
yeah, like let's not talk about high school.
It wasn't weird. It wasn't weird. My final real authentic Webbkins purchase was the day before my first day of 9th grade. And I was at the mall.
That seems like a reasonable age.
I remember calling my dad. I said, "Hey, Dad, what does every 14-year-old boy do the day before his first day of high school?" And he said, "Did you get a girlfriend?" And I said, "No, I got a love frog."
Oh my! Yeah, it's basically the same exact thing.
Exactly.
You had love with the
I got love.
You got a lot of love with that frog.
It's like I didn't the frog. And now we're here because the natural progression of any gay friendship is a podcast. We're going to be coming to you every week with a different subject that reflects a little bit on our upbringing, our childhood. Being good children. Being a good child really leads to being a bit of a bad adult in many ways. And I don't mean like an edgy adult. I don't mean like, you know, like breaking the law, doing crazy shit. I mean, like, being a non-functioning adult.
If you don't get that damn passport, we're going to Italy in 5 weeks.
I'm so scared.
We're going to Italy in 5 weeks.
I just feel like someone's going to yell at me. Like, I can't do it.
It's going to be me.
I want you to call. I don't know why you won't call for the passport. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
It makes me sick. This has always been the theme. You could never call.
No.
I'll call.
I mean, I asked you 2 days ago. Like, we're pushing it now. Now it's another week that we missed.
We bought the flight.
Speaking of being good children, nothing stressed me out more than walking into that mall, to bring it back. Like 2008? We were 12, yeah.
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah, so like we were 12 years old, 2008, we're going to the mall.
And going to the mall was the cool thing to do. Like,
and it was, but we weren't doing it in the cool way. Like, there were kids who were going there to be cool.
And like riding their bikes there.
We were walking for exercise. We were like those ladies.
Move your body.
We were fully just walking.
We were swinging arms.
And I would go home and I'd say, I worked out today.
But anyways, after you were getting scouted, we were walking to one of our favorite places.
1, 2, 3. Abercrombie. Oh my god. Okay.
I actually, we have to stop rolling because I can't have that follow me.
1, 2, 3.
Auntie Anne's.
Yeah, I mean, like, what brings you home more? The immediate smell of a cinnamon pretzel from Auntie Anne's, like, to this day sets off, like, a feral neuron in my brain.
Oh,
like,
100%.
I would gallop.
But what did that hot dog pretzel do to you? Because I would say I had a visceral reaction.
You love a meat.
I love a meat. That's wrapped. But anyway.
Do you? You love a wrapped meat?
Oh, I know where you're going with this one. I was thinking about more of like the poking out meat.
All right.
Listen, we're going to cut that one out.
Yeah, so I mean, like, immediately I would say I immediately hit Auntie Anne's.
We're carrying the bag. We're carrying the bag. We're sucking on that lemonade, and we're walking. We're beelining it.
Beelining it right to Abercrombie and Fitch. Trauma.
Talk about not getting scouted by the models and then walking and be confronted by
the Abercrombie models.
Abercrombie model.
And you know they're putting those girls to work.
Oh, no.
Folding those clothes in the fumes, the fierce fumes.
Yeah. And you're like, hey, do you have the shirt in a double XL? Right. And you're like, we can check the back.
And a gay fat little boy walking into Abercrombie and immediately being presented with
abs.
Giant abs.
Knowing that you probably won't even fit in their double XL.
But you're going to say, Mom, can you please buy me
the cologne?
$300 worth of Abercrombie clothes that will not fit me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, busting out of.
I would walk in and walk out solely for the cologne because you knew that that's the only item that you were really
sniffing it, or were you putting it, like, were you buying it?
Oh, I was buying it.
Okay.
I was gonna buy the cologne, and I would probably get a flip flop at that moment.
Oh, to this day, you love a flip flop.
And I'll tell you one thing about my feet. I was also pushing the limits for those little thongs.
You're kidding.
Yes, I have a wide foot.
Oh, yeah, my grandma knows.
Yeah, your grandma knows. She measured them. She measured them. And that was, I mean, like, let's talk about trauma.
Oh, the day that my
fat foot trauma
immigrant grandmother took out a foot measuring machine on, I would say, Christmas.
Yeah, it was a celebration.
It was a celebration of Christmas.
Of Christ.
Or Easter, one of those. Definitely it was Christ.
Yes.
Christ was there, and so was the foot machine. And she measured those feet, and she didn't have good news.
No, I would actually think that she said that they were wider than a wide foot.
It was a double wide.
It was New Balance or bust.
The long-standing foot trauma that you have imposed into my life, will never end.
No, it's...
Where are your shoes right now?
My shoes currently are on the balcony.
Why?
Because they don't smell great.
Okay.
I wear my shoes in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
sustainable. You wear them in, and I feel like you don't like a sock.
I've never liked a sock. Like, I just want my foot to feel like it's rubbing around in there. What happened?
No, like, that just hit me. Like, I feel like when you were going to, like, what kind of shoe store did you go to in the mall?
Oh, I was always going to a Foot Locker.
So you're walking into a Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Are you, like,
taking the socks?
Do you often have a sock on you, or do you have to, like, take one of their socks to try them on? Like,
I was always taking their socks to try them on. They were always like, do you want to buy the 3-pack? And I was like, yeah, because I'm not wearing any socks.
Right.
And, like, a Sperry, you know what I mean? So, like, it was a...
Oh, my God,
no, double S. The stinky
smell of your Sperry's, I know to this day.
The stunk of
it's
that
probably,
Sperry.
like, I feel like when people say, like, you never forget the smell of a dying corpse, like, I will never forget the smell of your boat shoes.
My boat
shoes.
Your
worn-in, browned, tanned boat shoes.
Like,
that have
wide
been through hell.
Oh, they've been through...
Ripping
oh, they were
seams.
ripping for sure at the seams, and I would still wear them.
Right.
It was like... It was really tough. But I was walking into the Foot Locker solely to see who else was in that Foot Locker.
Were you looking at other people's feet?
I hate to bring it there, but I was looking at other people's feet because one thing for me is, like, I love a shoe. I love somebody in a good shoe. I could tell everyone's story by their shoe that they're wearing.
Okay, I'm gonna run a few shoes past you. Okay, so someone's wearing, like, a Chuck.
A Chuck? Oh, hot.
What color? Like, say it's like a plain black and white.
Oh my God, I could fall off my chair.
What if they are wearing, like, they're wearing a Fila, like, the Godzilla chunky shoes?
Oh, a chunky, like, you're cool. Like, you know style, you're feeling good, you're feeling hip.
You're wearing a 2008 Echo. Like a...
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't look twice.
What about, like, an Osiris?
No Osiris?
I wish. An Osiris, remember those shoes?
Oh, those clunks?
You know, I was wearing an Osiris.
They had the thickest tongues I've ever seen.
Oh, they were bigger than yours?
Bigger than my tongues. I didn't love an Osiris.
Okay, thanks. I was wearing them a lot.
Yeah, it said a
Heely?
lot. Oh, yeah. I was a Heely bitch.
You were into someone wearing Heelys?
I would say, like, are we talking 6th grade?
Yeah, I'm not talking about now. Hopefully.
I was like, yeah, you're cool. Like, you're skating around and, like, you want to have fun.
Air Force One. That's it for you. When homeboy comes through.
But he's wearing an Air Force One.
He's gonna, like get it.
Yeah, he's gonna get it, like, in 6th grade science, for sure.
Okay, my last one is, there was actually no one cooler to me than, I don't remember her name, but the girl who would wear, like, she had the blunt bob, and she'd wear a knee-high Converse.
I know exactly who that is.
She was sick.
She was amazing.
She was so cool.
She was really cool. She had style.
Yeah.
I think that, like, she was ahead of the curve.
I was always, like, threatened by those girls. Those were Hot Topic girls.
They were Hot Topic girls.
I
was always threatened by a Hot Topic
because
girl.
You know what? They knew we were gay. If you were any girl who was between the ages of 10 to 13 who was shopping for her regular clothes at Hot Topic has a gaydar beyond comprehension.
Beyond.
Allies. They're all allies.
They all are.
However, I think they're not going to take your shit.
They didn't take my shit.
I feel like they'd be willing to call me gay. Like, they'd be like, you're gay. But they were doing it, and they weren't doing it in a derogatory way.
No.
They were just like, I have a blunt bob, I'm 11 years old, and you're gay.
Yeah. And you're like, what the hell? And then there would be a little bit of tension. Maybe it was all tension for me, but that came from my palm reading. And
I was going to say, I was thinking about your palm reading.
Yeah,
oh my god, yeah, because those were the girls.
The girl that we discussed with the high knees
She was reading your palm?
She was reading my palm.
You really keep those palms to yourself.
I have to keep my palms to myself because they are not telling us good things. They're not telling us good things. Short life.
No.
Anyways, no.
Can you actually, like, I almost think, can you put your palm to your camera?
Yeah.
And just, like, we can get a good visual of that.
Look at that.
And hopefully someone can help.
Large hand. You can just zoom in.
Look at that hand. For reference, that hand is huge. That's the biggest hand I've ever seen in my entire life.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, of course. For me, my relationship to Hot Topic was, like, I was convinced, one, devil worshippers. You know, like, I was a good Catholic boy.
Yeah.
And a Hot Topic with that fence that they had, I was like, I don't want to be near Haley Williams.
No, I would go across from the mall. I would walk on the other side. I would get nervous.
Yes. No, I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
Sick to my stomach.
Sick
to my stomach about Hot Topic.
But you wanted to go in. You wanted to go in.
And yeah, I always wanted to go in. But then I had no choice but to go in when the Hunger Games came out. And that is when I think everything changed for me at the mall. Like, because I was specifically going to buy, like, a $24.99, like, Hunger Games action figure that was this big.
Yes.
And a full-blown, like, Katniss Everdeen, The Sun Persists in Rising, So I Make Myself Stand shirt. And I feel like Hot Topic always had a really negative reputation, a very scary reputation.
Yeah.
And you know what that comes from? The Invader Zim shirts.
That's
scary.
Yeah, I was petrified.
You'd wear an Invader Zim shirt now?
I would bring it back.
There's actually something very chic and glamorous.
Really chic and glamorous.
You're going to see us wearing Invader Zim all over Brooklyn.
And knee-high Converse.
Oh my god, yes. And the blunt bobs.
On the blunt bobs. See, I was never a Hot Topic boy. My sickness and anxiety would always come near Spencer's.
Because you wanted to see
the
dildos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the amount of time that I would spend in the Spencer's probably would be all of 20 seconds because I would be so sick to my stomach that I would walk in. I knew immediately where they were. They were in the back of the store.
Can you put us in the mind of this? Because
Yeah.
I obviously would never step foot in the Spencer's.
Oh, of course. So you're walking into a Spencer's. There's like some graphic tees on the side, right? You're walking in the front. Here is the where the employees work. This is where the checkout is, right in the middle. You walk around that checkout towards the back of the room. That's where shit got real. It got honestly kinky. Like, I was back there and I was like, dildo.
You're like 12?
I was 12 years old. Yeah, so there was everything that you could have possibly imagined in that Spencer's. So I was there. I was taking a quick look. I would say all of 10 seconds. I would glance, and then I would walk straight.
You're like still sucking that lemonade from Auntie Anne's.
Yeah, I'm like actually sucking.
Your mouth is blue.
I actually am not breathing, but I am looking at that. But I didn't want to be seen.
Right.
Because no one wants to see a 12-year-old looking at a dildo.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think anybody even wants to envision that, but that was me.
It was you. And that brings me right to the underwear section of any department store.
Yeah.
Because what are you getting there? Porn. Immediately porn.
The way that we would actually walk into any department store.
I just needed to buy a new pair of underwear.
I always needed underwear, but I would beeline it to that. My mom would go shopping. I would say, I'm going to go look for a tie or like some underwear or something, Mom.
I feel like there was something so sterile about those underwear, man. Like, because like they didn't, like their bulges were smoothed out. It wasn't pornographic in the slightest. It might as well have been like a mannequin.
Absolutely.
Did you ever think the mannequins were hot?
I was not a mannequin boy.
See, I was more into the mannequins.
Really?
They had bulges. Oh. I could probably tell you like what department stores mannequins had bulges or not, but like that was always of interest to me.
You're kidding.
Like I feel like Dick's Sporting Goods, they had a monster. But yeah, the underwear. What was your favorite brand to look at? I
mean, the brand that caught my eye the most was To Exist. I would search. My eyes would land on the To Exist. I knew exactly in that moment I was going to flip it around.
Right.
Because when you flipped it around, you saw the backside. And a lot of the times with the To Exist, it was edgy underwear. They were saying, we're giving you jock straps. Yes, it was. I guess it was the Andrew Christian before it was cool.
Yeah. I think To Exist is still pretty much like predominantly gay underwear.
Is it?
I feel like, Jill, have you ever seen a man wearing To Exist?
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
I feel like Jill would have, though.
Jill would have seen a man wearing To Exist?
Have you seen her Hinge?
Oh, as in like Jill wants to f gay men. Yeah, right.
But yeah, so I would immediately be going for the To Exist. I would spend how much time would you spend in the underwear section?
Anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour. I feel like, like really just like browsing. Yeah. Like I'm a smart shopper.
Deep breathing.
Yeah.
I would be doing.
And then I would like, the best is when you have to buy a pair. And it came like, because the label, you got to keep the label. You took the label home. But I was always like, I was looking at porn on my like iPod Touch like the moment I could.
I don't want to say how young I was, but the first thing that I ever looked up were, this is unfortunate, boobies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 2nd grade.
Oh my God. Okay, boobies. Yeah. Mine was boy toys, and you know how that went.
Oh God, yeah.
I was looking up toys for boys.
And you looked up.
I got boy, and it was bondage. I should be like a serial killer. I was like young as hell. In the spirit of underwear, the worst experience for me would be following my sister or my mother into a Victoria's Secret or a Pink.
Yeah. Because
that was the ultimate performance of masculinity. I have not done anything harder in my life, I would say, than enter a Victoria's Secret at 12.
You're pretending. In that moment, though, we were acting. We were walking into the Victoria's Secret. The thing about me was at that moment, I was watching a lot of America's Next Top Model, as we know.
Right.
So I was into a little bit of lingerie. I was looking at these bras, these little panties, and I was saying, look at that lace. Look at that lace. Look at nice.
Yeah, see, this is where we really have a different experience because I
honestly think I was embracing the Victoria's Secret.
I'm sure you were. You knew Victoria's Secret. You knew it. You were whispering back.
I was whispering
You
back.
were Victoria's Secret.
I don't even want to say it. But in 6th grade, like I was, in 6th grade, I was told that I needed to start wearing a bra.
You were going to buy one from Victoria's Secret?
It crossed my mind. It crossed my mind. Because they sized you up.
You were going to, in 6th grade, walk into a Victoria's Secret, talk to the 18-year-old who's working at the bra sizing department, and say, "Can you let me know my cup size?"
Imagine being told by a middle-aged mother that you need to be wearing a bra. I was in 6th grade. I was doing community theater. Right before I went on the stage, she said, "You should really look into getting a bra."
I want to kill that woman.
Yeah, no, I actually think that we need to go.
Let's go find her.
Find her.
But you heard that and you said, I know just the place.
And I said, I'm going to really lean into this Victoria's Secret here. I'm going to actually get into textures. I'm going to get into different styles. And I'm going to embrace this woman measuring my tit.
See, for me, I was walking into Victoria's Secret and I wanted to get the dogs. I wanted the pink dogs, the collection.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know me and a stuffed animal.
It's getting weird with the stuffed animals. And we won't even get to all of it today, but...
Hi, Walgreens. I was just wondering if you happen to have the Love Frog Webkins in stock. It's supposed to be in stores this week.
You know what's crazy to me about you hey, I lost my passport and I'm trying to get a new one. The thing is, you were 12 years old calling up a Walgreens asking them for the love frog?
One of those things matters more to me. I would rather the love frog than a trip to Italy.
And the thing is here with the limited edition Webkins and the whole spiel, how many Webkins did you have?
118 Webkins. Thank you for asking. And before any one of you comes at me and talks about the money that was wasted on those Webkins, I know. And you can't blame me for that. Like, a Webkins to me gave me the same, like, joie de vivre that, like, a limited 2 gave me. Like, and to this day, like, I think that, like, when you look at me, you see limited 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like something that was very size inclusive for you was always Vineyard Vines.
And this is the thing, for my trauma from Abercrombie, like, I was going to go to a store where I felt like I could fit into a medium. And, like, that was, for me, game-changing.
Right.
So, I found Vineyard Vines. And
because they're catering to 40-year-old men with congenital heart failure.
Yes. That's exactly who they are. Who
DL daddies on Grindr. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because that was the only time where I felt like I could express myself, because what's straighter than wearing a plaid baby blue button down with a salmon pant and a boat shoe?
And almost like a yellow bow tie.
Oh, and a yellow bow tie.
No, I mean, this gives me Vietnam flashbacks. Like, I actually can't even, like, this is, like, actually, like, full body. Like, I don't feel like I'm in my body anymore. No. I'm disassociated.
But I was showing up to school. I was looking like a 45-year-old father of 8.
Have you ever been told that you look like Ben Platt?
I've actually been told a few times, actually, that I look like Ben Platt. Actually, I've been out a few times to Stonewall. And every time I've been to Stonewall, all of 3 times...
I can't even believe this is gonna... I'm shocked by this one.
I was told that I look like Ben Platt.
Every time you've been to Stonewall?
I'm not kidding. I swear on my grave, 3 times. Each 3 times I was waiting outside and someone said, does anybody told you look like Ben Platt?
It actually makes...
And I'm like...
Nothing makes more sense to me than the men at Stonewall, like, having Ben Platt top of mind. Because they're, like, honestly expecting him to show up.
2 sheets to the wind. I'm like...
Right. You're like...
Learn to slam on the break. You know, I was really getting... I'm waving! You know?
Oh my god. He's auditioning, you guys, if you haven't gotten the hint.
And I've also been told at moments that I've looked like a combination of Ben Platt
and Noah Galvin. Happy Pride. Yeah, no. That's spot on.
It is.
I have been told I look like Jason Segel. I'm seeing a lot of discourse on TikTok right now about how like gut health and like hot girls of IBS is actually like the new eating disorder situation. Okay. And as someone who has experience with both IBS and eating disorders, would you say that there was a time when the gut health journey became the constrictive eating journey for you?
Oh, for sure.
Right, okay.
Yes. At this moment.
Not now. Now you're a picture of health.
I have migraines in the morning. Yeah. And that helps my stomach.
Right.
It does. Like, especially if I'm having like some sort of like
a heavy
fettuccine Alfredo, like some carbonara. Yeah. Like, as long as I have migraines that morning, like, I'm honestly fine.
Really?
No, I'm actually not fine.
Okay.
Like, I will be on the toilet. Like, that's beside the point. I don't need to talk about my bowels here, right. But like
I'm sorry that I brought them up, honestly.
No, it's okay. And like, let's transition from bowels to the restrooms at the mall. Because the restrooms at the mall, I wouldn't be caught dead in a public bathroom.
I did not take a outside of my family home, I would say.
Until last year.
Until I moved.
Yeah.
No, like, yes.
Yeah. That's really sad. I would go to a public restroom stall and like, it was almost worse that I would lift my legs. So no one saw that my feet were dangling from the toilet. I didn't want people to know I was but then they would think that there was nobody in the stall.
You're not a urinal boy, right?
No.
Oh, you're tensing up.
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. Like, I actually, until like last year, was still pulling my pants down all the way, so.
What? And I guess like the natural segue from bathrooms is the food court.
Our harmonies are spot on.
They're not bad.
They're not bad.
They're not bad. That wasn't good. So we walk into the food court, immediately samples.
And you're walking into that food court and you know it's strategic. You have strategy. You're like, But at the same exact time, you're like sick to your stomach. You don't want them to know that you are going there for the samples. You want to be nonchalant.
That performance of being like, oh, what is that?
And they're like, sample, and you're like,
me? The model?
I'm like, yeah, I actually love a sample. You have that sample, and you're like, God, I wish I could have more. And the intention, obviously, is for you to get the food at that establishment, but not us. I actually would hit the chicken teriyaki. I would sometimes be shocked by, like, a smoothie little cup situation.
Oh, my God.
That's almost an intermezzo. That was almost a palate cleanser.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
And I would swig that one back, and then I would hit the next one.
There was something about a food court to me that I feel like, to this day, I wouldn't always go for, like, what I actually wanted in a food court situation. And maybe it was the performance of, like, I didn't want people to think that I was, like, a pig. So I wouldn't get, like, the real thing I actually
out on
wanted.
the samples.
Yeah, I would, like, sample it up, and then I would get, like, some sort of, like, well-balanced lunch. Because, like, God forbid someone saw me, a chubby 12-year-old, eating Taco Bell. That was for home. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
And I think to this day, that's kind of impacted the way I eat, like, publicly. I feel like, I mean, there's so many options at a food court, but actually, like, the one that meant the most to me, the queerest space in any mall, was always Panera Bread. Why was that the LGBTQIA Alliance? Why was that the McKinley High Glee Club?
They had the queer juice. They had the gay juice. And that was the
green
iced
tea.
green tea papaya concoction that they were creating. They were shelving out there. And
How many did you drink in one sitting?
Oh, I would get the large, first of all.
Which was like almost like a...
It was true.
Was it one of those?
Yes, it was one of those. It was like that.
Had that body.
Yeah,
right.
Had that body. And I was like, yes.
Those Panera girls, the girls who spent their social free time at a Panera Bread, would have taken a bullet. For any gay boy.
Yeah, they would throw elbows to defend us in that moment.
Yes, and they did.
Yeah,
I've never felt safer in my life than around a Panera girl. And those girls to this day, like, they've evolved in such a way. Like,
oh, yeah.
I want a Panera girl as the next Julia Fox. I want a Panera girl for president.
You're right.
Panera girls
understand. They just get it.
They get it.
Because when you're putting mac and cheese in a bread bowl, you just get it.
When you're doing carb, dairy, carb, like that.
And you're pretending like you don't have any bowel issues. You have nothing.
No.
You're like, I'm not running a marathon. I'm just having fun.
I'm just
feeling
studying for pre-calc.
Yeah, I'm just studying
with my gay boys.
And I'm tearing that bread bowl. Oh my God.
No,
can I have a bite? They'd be like,
a Panera girl shares their food.
Always.
We were not Panera girls.
No. We were not Panera girls. I'm like,
we were the Panera gays.
Baguette.
We were like...
They were like, how baguette, chips, or apple? I'm like
2 baguettes.
I'm like, are they warm?
Oh my God.
Flip it questions. We would be asking them questions.
Yes.
Be like, warm, is it a large batch or is it a small slice?
The worst is when you get like this, the butt end that was this big.
Who the hell was cutting that loaf?
A homophobe. If you were there with a Panera girl, they would say, can we have a different slice? Panera girls are brave. They're brilliant. They're everything you want to be.
And you know what's couldn't be worse than, I mean, the complete opposite.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Chipotle boys.
Chipotle boys.
Period.
I don't trust them.
No. You don't trust them. You don't trust...
There was always like 10 to 15 feral jocks. Should they look at me?
I would drop the bowl. I would drop the bowl
and run.
Yeah.
Run right to Panera.
Mm-hmm. And be like...
Girls,
unite! I'm
Can you
scared.
please pause, Marina and the Diamonds? I have something to say. Like,
please give me a burrito at Chipotle. I'm really craving it.
Why is everything in Chipotle made of metal? It's almost... It's like a more...
They're like lay you on
a
table
crime
and
scene.
start slicing your leg open.
It's like they can wash it down at any moment. It's sort of a big mess happening.
Are they like slicing the meat on all the surfaces?
Like, why? Like... It is so sterile in a Chipotle. I feel it's like a doctor's office.
It does feel like a...
Don't get me started on doctor's offices. We won't.
Not this episode.
I'm getting hungry talking about all this sliced meat. And I think it's the perfect time.
We have a snack.
Jill, can you please get the Pop-Tarts? Have you ever seen the video of Shawn Mendes getting interviewed? This is exactly the Shawn Mendes moment.
Go. It says, exactly. And tell me what you smell, because a Ticonderoga pencil.
What, really? Yeah, it doesn't smell bad.
No, it smells like a Ticonderoga freshly sharpened
Is
pencil.
that your BO scent?
I think it is.
It's Ticonderoga? And mine smells like Wendy's onions. That's really unfair.
It actually does.
Oh my god! Holy
Holy hell.
It's strawberry Pop-Tarts.
This is childhood written all over it.
This is, to me, an after-school snack where I would have 4 or 5.
Yeah, that was a pre-workout for me. I'm actually really happy that these are the strawberry flavor, and say what you want to say, but I was always a fruity bitch, and I was never getting a hot fudge sundae.
The hot fudge sundae was disgusting.
I actually can allow for the brown sugar cinnamon, yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
It's not nothing compared to this.
And what would you say about blueberry? Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Pop them open.
Oh, wait, like a...
Oh, now it's some ASMR. Oh, shake it. Are we both getting our own pack?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a pack.
Wait, this is kind of crazy. The way that I'm not kidding, I would eat this before swim practice, before volleyball practice, before lacrosse practice. This was my pre-workout, but I was doing 3 sports, so I was having probably 3 packs a day.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you. I eat mine raw, you eat yours toasted.
Have you ever eaten one frozen?
What are you talking about?
Fully baked and ready to eat, or heat, or freeze, or stack.
No. I'm sorry. Who's stacking? Who's stacking their Pop-Tarts?
That's actually irresponsible advertising like this. I'm going to eat it. I am going to eat it.
Okay, let's stack. Because we can't have it frozen, so let's stack them. Cheers.
Cheers.
I mean, every single time I am shocked.
It's always something new.
About how soft the center is, but how fresh, flaky, and a little bit crunchy that outer part is, those corners. Oh, so you're still not stacking?
No, how are you halfway done?
I already had a full Pop-Tart.
You should work for Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart.
Don't put that in my brain because
Wait,
you know I'm gonna want to.
Is it like up that we're eating a Kellogg's brand?
Kellogg to permanently replace workers as union rejects contracts on March 30th.
I don't think this was... I'm actually going to be honest.
I can do this better.
Salty.
It's disgusting.
It's. I'm not even remotely.
And the fact that they're telling us to stack them.
No, it's this company's out.
Trash. I don't even want to put that in my mouth ever again.
No, never again. I feel disgusting.
I feel absolutely ill. Like I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna say it was really good.
Oh, it was the best thing I ever had in my entire life.
But I will never eat those things again.
No, there are 2 in the toaster as we speak, but I will never eat them after that.
I'll never eat them.
Because we have to get rid of them. Food waste.
Food waste. We won't.
No.
We won't throw those out.
We really care about the environment.
Yes.
But I mean, we learned our lesson. I guess sometimes looking back at the things that you loved as a child, they don't taste as sweet. Or sometimes they're almost too sweet.
Mm-hmm. And
like
sometimes when you have the
tea.
privacy of your own bathroom, you'll eat anything.
And that's good children.
And that is good children.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sorry that we had some technical difficulties if you're watching this on video, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And I feel like we took you to 2008. We took you to 2018. We took you to public bathrooms. We took you to...
Oh my...
Vineyard Vines. The show must go on. Guys, I have stomach problems. I'm gonna burp. You know what I mean? People need to see that.
If you can't handle a little bit of burping, don't subscribe.
Don't.
But if you can handle burping, please feel free to subscribe, and rate us 5 stars.
5 stars. You know I'm a sucker for a good referral, so make sure that you are telling your friends. We don't have a code or anything.
Not yet.
But, not yet. But soon enough.
If you want to see more of this, you can find Good Children anywhere podcasts are found. You can find us on YouTube at Good Children Pod. You can find us on TikTok at Good Children Pod. You can find me on TikTok at Be Quiet Joe. You can find Andrew on TikTok
at Andrew Musky, Musky.
You can find me on Instagram at Joe Hegyes, JoeHegyes.
And at Andrew Muscarella, Muscarella. And yes, I'm Italian.
Thank you you're also Irish.
It's because I have a red face.
Thank you so much for watching. We had a great time doing this.
Yeah.
We're going to do more of this. Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And I guess that's it.
That's all she wrote.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now until we meet again. It's been great.